Welcome everyone to this meeting of the Marion School Board. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. Welcome everyone to this meeting of the Marion School Board. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. Welcome everyone to this meeting of the Marion School Board. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. Welcome everyone to this meeting of the Marion School Board. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. Welcome everyone to this meeting of the Marion School Board. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. Welcome everyone to this meeting of the Marion School Board. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. Welcome everyone to this meeting of the Marion School Board. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. Welcome everyone to this meeting of the Marion School Board. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. Welcome everyone to this meeting of the Marion School Board. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. Welcome everyone to this meeting of the Marion School Board. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. Welcome everyone to this meeting of the Marion School Board. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. Welcome everyone to this meeting of the Marion School Board. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. Welcome everyone to this meeting of the Marion School Board. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. Welcome everyone to this meeting of the Marion School Board. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. Welcome everyone to this meeting of the Marion School Board. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. Welcome everyone to this meeting of the Marion School Board. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. Welcome everyone to this meeting of the Marion School Board. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. Welcome everyone to this meeting of the Marion School Board. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. Welcome everyone to this meeting of the Marion School Board. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. Welcome everyone to this meeting of the Marion School Board. If anyone would like to We'll begin with the consent agenda. 25-264 minutes of the executive session held on 12/1/2025. 25-265 minutes of the regular session held on November 25th, 2025. 25-266 the personnel report. 25-267 expenditure approval list. 25-268 acceptance of donations. 25-269 Head Start Policy Council. Do we have any members of the public who are here to speak on this item? Superintendent Lockwood, is there a recommendation?
Ms. Solano, I recommend that the board approve with one motion and one vote consent agenda items 25-264 through 25-269 as presented.
Do we have a motion?
So
And a second? Any discussion from the board members? No. Hearing none, we can have the roll.
Mrs. Bento. Aye. Mr. Delgado.
Aye.
Mrs. Gold.
Aye.
Dr. Hart.
Aye.
Mr. Griffith.
Aye.
Mr. Beck.
Aye.
Ms. Solano.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Aye.
Dr. Hart.
We have a discussion item tonight, 25-270.
Ms. Solano.
Aye. Vote
Motion
Ed.
carries.
Aye. Vote Ed.
Dr. Hart.
We have a discussion item tonight, 25-270. Aguilar or Kate. Aye. Current director is here.
Aye.
President.
Dr. Hart.
We have a discussion item tonight, 25-270. Aguilar or Kate.
Good
Aye.
evening,
Current
President
director
Salama,
is
members of the
here.
board. Before this team comes up here, and I'm going to have you all come on up. President Salama, members of the board.
I do want to
Give a shout out for this team here, and I'm going to have you all
we were able
come on
to
up.
attend a conference
I do want to
actually got some awards in
give a
Arizona
shout out for this team here, and I'm going to have you all
we were able to
come on up.
attend a conference actually got some awards in
give a shout out for this team here, and I'm going to have you all
I have to give a shout out to this team here, plus Scott, who doesn't want to stand up with us. But basically saying, I'm not sure we could find a better team that is working with our kids when it comes to hands-on learning. These guys spent their entire summer diving into standards, connecting standards, making sure that our stories in our classrooms come to life for our kids. And I went to the STEM night over at Kendall last night. Kids driving robots, building things with a 3D printer. I mean, that's just stuff that you didn't see in our classrooms in the last 5 years. So shout out to these guys. Kids are running to their classroom. I mean, they're excited to be in these classrooms. So much so that when we were in Arizona, a couple of the schools reached out and said, hey, whatever you guys are doing with your integration, we would love to come see that. We would love to be a part of that. And so we've got some connections made with some schools all the way across the United States with what we're doing here with WASED. So they're going to present a little bit on our time, but just wanted to thank you all for the opportunity to be there.
Thank you, Rian. So we did attend the WASED Pathway Induction Conference out in Arizona. And when we went, we shared this video with them at the conference. So we wanted to share that with you now.
STEM learning should be active, exciting, and empower our students. That's exactly what our hands-on learning opportunities are doing in our K-8 buildings.
Our project-based learning strategies allow us to meet students where they are, whether they're just getting curious or already thinking like engineers. These experiences encourage creativity, critical thinking, and practical problem solving in the real world.
Students aren't just hearing about STEM, they're building it, coding it, flying it, and anything else that they can imagine. These experiences give them the chance to discover what's possible and open doors to confidence, curiosity, and future-ready skills that last a lifetime.
From the classroom to the real world, our students are ready to lead, create, and innovate.
Our project-based learning strategies allow us to meet students where they are.
So we shared that with them at the conference, and it was really fun to see that. Then what we did at the conference was we presented from Marion Community Schools our STEM growth and STEM data. And around the corner, we actually have the infographic of what we presented on at the conference. But it is showing significant STEM growth in all areas for us, especially those of perseverance and employability skills and things that our kids didn't always know beforehand. They came back saying, oh, well, now I can do that. Now I can work with this person, and now I can do those things. And we're really proud about it. And we hope to continue to see huge growth in the future with us having all of us specifically teaching it now. We then engaged in the actual professional learning of the conference, where we got to learn more about WASED's future and what they have coming out for their STEM kits, as well as some of their science kits thing that they had. We got to interact with some of those kits and see what new things we could potentially bring into our district in the future. And then we actually had the induction part of the ceremony, which inducted Riverview as a pathway school. They were our last elementary to be inducted. We already had Francis Slocum, Allen, and Kendall, as well as Justice and McCullough inducted in previous years. Riverview was our last one to be inducted. And then we, as a district, were inducted as a data validated school district. And Mrs. Purdy has the trophy for that, as well as our certificate for that. And then we just have this is the video of when they actually did that for us. So we have this video for you.
And also, Marion was the first school district in the state of Indiana to be involved with WASED and what we do. And they have quickly moved up to WAS district status. Participated as well this year in peer study, and were statistically significant positive on all 12 indicators. So once again, this is a group of people that not only did it, they did it in a very short period of time, and have done some innovative things like having career experts in fields like aerospace, coding, technology that have come in and worked on co-developing that curriculum. So we proudly welcome Marion as a 2025 data validated district. Marion was the first school district in the state of Indiana to be involved.
And then just some other pictures from the actual conference of us being there. And thank you for your time.
That's awesome. Thank you. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you.
I want to add something to that. Just if you guys haven't been out on the bypass or coming in on 18, we've also become a nationally certified STEM school district. So there are billboards coming towards Walmart. If you're coming from the south end of town, and then there's one on 18 coming into town, just to highlight the things that we are doing here at Marion. And the validation comes through how our STEM program ties into our English. I don't know why the lights just went out, but our English and math standards that we have at all grade levels too. So I just want to say kudos to the teachers that spend the time on doing this, and as this falls into our pathways that we offer at the high school, and opens up more opportunities for our students. So if you haven't had a chance to see the billboards, it just displays the great things that our teachers and students are doing here at Marion.
Awesome. Any other
I just want to say real
questions
quick,
or
I
comments?
know
Yeah.
that you guys put in a lot of time and effort into this, and I know, sometimes it can be thankless, but, thank you for the time and the effort that you did put into this, and, the growth that Marion Community Schools and those kids have seen is outstanding, and your impact is just immeasurable, that, some of these kids are having the opportunities that they never had before, and it's really amazing to see. So thank you guys for your time. I really appreciate it.
I agree. This last summer, I attended one of the camps that had to do with the STEM program, and the kids were actually having fun, and they were in school. And I'm sure that transfers to the classroom as well. And fun learning, that's exciting. Thank you very much.
Thank you all. That's awesome. Okay, next discussion item. 25-271 Marion High School Course Description Guide. Mr. Flynn.
Good evening,
Good evening.
President Salamo. Good evening, Superintendent Lockwood, and distinguished board members. Hard to go behind this group, so I'll try my best. Not as exciting. We'll be discussing the 26-27 course description guide updates. Just giving you guys a rationale for why we made some changes. We're going to start first. The first bullet is all courses added language to include how the course counts towards the new diploma requirements. On page 2, we made updated changes based on who's actually on the leadership team now. So that was just a removal of Ms. Philippi and Mr. Reed and change to Mr. Washington as the one of the assistant principals. On page 4, added small business operations and new venture to the weighted class list of dual credit courses. Also on page 4, added dance choreography to the weighted class list as an audition-based class, similar to what you might see for band and choir. On page 6, added small business operations dual credit information to the dual credit listing. On page 7, adjusted German dual credit information to correct college level course number. On pages 17 and 18, added the new Indiana diploma requirements for the class of 2029. On page 23, 1056, changed the prerequisite to include or teacher recommendation, which is our AP language class. So students now have access based on a teacher recommendation, opening up access to more rigorous classes for some of our students. On page 25 also, AP Seminar 0552, change recommended prerequisites to include or teacher recommendation. And page 29, AP Stats 2570, change recommended prerequisites to include or teacher recommendation. So we now have 3 AP classes that you kids can get in on a teacher recommendation. Page 31, added language to include the Indiana diploma. On page 34, 3060 removed chemistry 1 as a prerequisite, just simplifying the prerequisite process. On page 48, 2152, German 3, dual credit changed IU credit earned to correct college level course number. Page 60, 4142, dance choreography changed to a weighted course due to rigor with a C or better. Page 70, 7148, new venture development, added IV Tech dual credit information. Also on page 70, 7147, small business course, added IV Tech dual credit information. That will conclude the list. Any questions?
Any questions from the board? Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, we do have an action item tonight. It's to vote on the adoption of the findings of fact, conclusions of law and order. The Board of School Trustees of Marion Community Schools met on December 1st, 2025 at 6:30 in this room at Marion High School. The purpose of this meeting was the consideration of cancellation of teaching contract of Jalen Spurgeon pursuant to Indiana Code 20-28-7.5-1 and 20-26-5-11.2. Do we have any additional comment cards this time? Is there a motion?
I move that the Board of School Trustees adopt the findings of facts, conclusions of law, and order that cancel the teaching contract of Jalen Spurgeon effective immediately.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Any members, any discussion? Nope. We can have a roll.
Mrs. Bento? Aye. Mr. Delgado?
Aye.
Mrs. Gall? No. Dr. Hart? No. Mr. Griffin?
Aye.
Mr. Beck?
Aye.
Ms. Solano?
Aye. I believe you were abstaining. Okay, I'm abstaining. Okay. Just to be clear, because you weren't part of the right. I'm hearing it. Abstain. Okay, thank you. Okay, we do have a public comment Are there any additional comments this evening? Mr. Rose? No. Okay. Ms. Sue Nicholson?
Hi, I'm Sue Nicholson. I live on Euclid Avenue here in Marion, and I'm the district lead nurse for Marion Community Schools. Superintendent Lockwood, President Salamo, and board members. As you've seen me up here before, one of my goals this year is to publicly thank the members in this community that have dedicated their time and expertise to our students. All of our first graders, per state mandate, are required to have a vision screening and an MCT, which don't ask me what that means, but it's fancy, evaluation by an optometrist. For the past several years, and 20 that I know of, and maybe more, Dr. Dan Dietrich has donated his time to evaluate all first graders in Marion Community Schools. Now, can you imagine? First graders? Hundreds of them? Anyway, what I feel we need to do is we need to thank him. He's worked closely with our nurses and to help evaluate and then refer those students to, if they need glasses, he helps with that. But he recently retired. And he still came and checked all our students again this year. So we want to publicly thank him. The Marion Community School nurses are grateful for his dedication to our students. Thank you.
Thank you. Marion Teachers Association.
I was just sitting here thinking about the fact that it feels like we just started this semester and this is our last school board meeting of 2025. So thank you for your service and have a great break.
Superintendent.
I would like to echo that. Thanks to our teachers and staff for all that you do for our kids, and I hope that everybody has safe holidays. I did attend the band and choir concert last night in the gymnasium. The kids did a fantastic job, as they always do. I know that Justice performs tomorrow night. McCalla has 7th grade choir Monday, 8th grade choir on Tuesday, and then the band performs on Wednesday with all of our elementaries having programs during the day for each grade level next week. So if you have an opportunity, please come out and celebrate our students. They do a fantastic job. They work hard, and it's fun to watch them dressed up in all their Christmas gear. So I wish everybody happy holidays.
Thank you. Any board comments?
I wanted to thank the McCullough choir that came to the City Hall today and sang Christmas carols. Yeah. That was really enjoyable. And thank the community for coming out. I love seeing all the faces. And keep coming out. We're 2nd and 4th Tuesday at 6:30. Happy holidays, everybody.
Thank you. Other comments?
I would just like to go ahead and read the list of donations.
Yeah.
First, we have the Lions Club in Grand County donating to Marion High School Tea Club at the amount of $600. FUMC of Marion Women's Group donated to Marion High School JROTC for the amount of $300. Lowe's and General Motors donated to College Junior High Life Skills class for a new stove for the amount of $534.23. Atlas Foundry Foundation Incorporated here in Marion donated to Marion High School Chess Club for $500, and the Marion High School Alumni Association donated to the JRCC Grand County Regional Career Center $1,000. So that brings our year total to $125,384.74.
It's amazing. Amazing.
Thank you, Chad. I know we basically meet every week or every board meeting, and we kind of just go through it and say thanks, but it's a big deal, and I think it's a testimony to the type of people that we're producing here at Marion Community Schools, because most of these donations have come in from people that are past alumni, and this doesn't even include all the money that goes through the Alumni Association. This is money money that is already or is currently being fed into our program. So $125,000 this year that we've received from community members that have stood with us and believe in what we're doing here. That, and along with Ms. Nicholson, what you brought to the table of other community members giving their time, which is just as good as money for our kids. I think it shows that we're doing the good things and that people are trusting in us. So thanks for reading those every week that we have our meetings. I appreciate it. And thank you to the public for trusting in us to take care of your kids.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you, everyone. This being the last meeting of 2025 will be my last presiding as an officer. On January 13th, we will have the election of new officers in our organizational meeting that is customary at the beginning of every year. Everyone have a happy holidays. This is adjourned.